It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Say hello to the folks.
Hey, hello to the folks.
Hey, Shaquille O'Neal is here. Say hey to the folks.
Hey, what up, folks?
The NBA's really rolling along at this point. American Airlines Arena, the place, and the Miami Heat will be on their home floor as they go up against the Los Angeles Clippers. For Los Angeles, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball, looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And guys, it's hard to believe that for a portion of his career, Hassan Whiteside was having a hard time getting minutes at all. He was even out of the league for a few years. What clicked for him to become the player he is today?
Well, I've talked to him personally, Ernie, and he understood that work and focus was all he needed to be in the NBA. He started playing to his strengths. Every now and then he does silly stuff. I'll call him and say, hey, straighten up. That's why he got the big contract, Ernie.
Yeah, there seem to be times when he's not exactly dialed in.
He's not dialed in, but he's a young player. But, you know, when I don't see him dialed in, then that's when I dial in and say, yo, man, you got to get dialed in.
And he takes your calls?
Oh, of course he does.
Well, you know, it's hard to get second chances in this league, but he's made the most of them. And when he's making the most of them, he's getting them SLNs. You know what that is.
Shaq-like numbers.
Without question.
That's what that meant. Wow.
Thanks, Kenny.
Thanks, Kenny.
That'll do it for now. We send you to Kevin Harlan, who's got the call.
We're in a place they call the American Airlines Arena in downtown Miami, Florida. Right on the water, the home of the Heat, where we're broadcasting live today. Sit back and enjoy this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. The Heat trying to take advantage of their home court in this one before leaving Miami. Very strong basketball is the recipe for them right now. 4 straight wins, looking for number 5.
Yeah, and the atmosphere in this building is incredible. And as that win streak continues to grow, the fans' excitement has grown right along with it. And now we've reached that point where it's considered a frenzy.
Now let's get a pregame report from Hall of Famer David Aldridge, who spoke moments ago with Doc Rivers. David.
Well, guys, he said, we know what we have to do to beat this team because we've already done it once this year. And when I asked him about changing things up in the second meeting, he said, why would we? Until they prove they can handle us, we're not changing a thing. Sounds like he's pretty happy with the formula that won that first game. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. And Steve, when you reach this midway point of the season, the All-Star break approaching, how many teams are looking forward to get some rests at this stage?
I think a lot. I think sometimes when you have guys have that nagging injuries, you're looking forward to that break. Some teams that have been playing their best, you want to just get some time away, and hopefully you can come back at the All-Star break. So having this week-long All-Star breaks now, it helps the body, it helps the mind, and a lot of these teams, it gets them back on track.
Kind of hit that reset button, huh?
Yes, I've been hitting that a lot.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Bradley. Jordan is out there with Harris. Then there's Gallinari. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. Passes it to Bradley. Jordan with the screen on Waiters. Here's Bradley. Rebound by the Heat. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
I mean, they were so impressive offensively, and when you do that, that can really help you on the road.
It's one thing to play inspired defense in that situation, but to get in that kind of offensive rhythm away from home, phenomenal.
Now here's Waiters. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte. Screen by Olynyk. Dragic with it, picked up by Harris. Such a wide open look. Olynyk's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Heat on D. Jordan the screen. And Beverly kicks to Harris. Puts up a 3. Los Angeles with another miss.
Not a big threat from out there. You see why the defense backed off a little.
And stolen by Harris. And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That's his first foul. The Clippers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Beverly. Bradley against Waiters. Jordan sets the pick for Bradley. Here's Harris. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. And Tobias Harris, the former Tennessee Volunteer. You would think a player who has been so efficient, Steve, on offense his whole career wouldn't have bounced around as much as he has.
It is surprising how much he's changed teams. Always a factor on offense, and he doesn't need many touches. If I'm a coach, I love to have him as an option.
And the first one at the line is good.
Crazy for Tobias Harris after signing a massive $64 million contract in 2015. He was traded just a few months later. Doesn't happen like that very often.
And Harris drops them both.
Another made free throw. He can get on these kinds of rolls. Great focus.
And here's Dragic. He's coming off a 13-point game against Charlotte.
He also was very good distributing the basketball, keeping guys involved and engaged all night.
Now, here is Gallinari. Beverly wide open. Los Angeles with another miss.
Still scoreless after 4 attempts, struggling to find any daylight.
Whiteside, and the jam by Whiteside.
Nice interior passing, and then the strong finish.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Beverly kicks to Harris. Olynyk with the steal. Gallinari against Richardson. Dishes to Waiters. Dragic against Beverly. Back to Waiters. Just 5 to shoot. And that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Waiters got his first bucket in this one.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Only the first quarter. Guys are getting in a groove, but communication on the defense has to be better.
Now here is Harris. 11 points for him in that last game against Washington.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Here's Richardson. Rebound by the Clippers. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And simply put, they couldn't score. And it never got completely in sync in that one.
Well, that's putting it mildly. They were in total disarray. I have no idea where their heads were that night. No surprise, in a battle of wheels down low, the big man comes away with it.
And that one drops for him.
No one rotating over to help on the mismatch. Easy lay-in.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now. So solid numbers in that department. And probably the prime memories with the Heat have to be from the Big Three era. I mean, the team has done a great job of transitioning from that era to this current one, but classic example for me of reloading versus rebuilding.
Now here's Jordan. And in the game with Washington, he did not play well. And the basket by Harris.
We know Harris is good off the dribble, now becoming equally adept at the catch and shoot. And
Waiters kicks to Whiteside. Buries it from about 10 feet away. And Greg, credit the Miami Heat front office and coaching staff for continuing to keep this team competitive despite losing several Hall of Fame type players in the last couple of years.
And that is never an easy task for a franchise to go through. But the Heat have stayed in the competitive picture with smart signings and trades, and don't discount the impact Eric Spoelstra has had on that roster.
And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Richardson dishes to Waiters. Back to Richardson. To the middle. Stolen by Beverly. Right side Bradley. Baseline try. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Beautiful execution, the rhythm, the timing, and Avery's a good finisher off the catch.
Now Dragic. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. For 3, Richardson. And no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. Yeah, showing some strength in the paint there. Tough rebound.
Beverly against Dragic. Waiters passes to Dragic. Shot clock at 6. Here's Whiteside, and he banks in the layup. Whiteside's got 6.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
The dish to Bradley. Jordan with a screen on Waiters. Bradley against Waiters. Baseline J on the way. He feeds it to Whiteside. The pass to Richardson. Back to Whiteside. Pushing their lead to double digits. 8 points for him.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And the Clippers are known as a high wire act, and rightfully so with their stars. This team is also one that can at times lock it down defensively. I don't think they get enough credit for what they do on that side of the ball.
A different look for Miami. James Johnson's checked in for Olynyk. Justice Winslow comes in for Richardson. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Dion Waiters. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Marjanovic checked in for Jordan. Harrell comes in for Tobias Harris. Lou Williams is checked in for Avery Bradley. And Teodosic subbed in for Patrick Beverly. The Clippers not a team known for their defense, but quite often the last few years, it's been the deciding factor for them in games.
Yeah, and I think it starts with the pressure they place on ball handlers. They can throw double teams or pick up far out from the hoop. They've got shot blocking inside to erase mistakes as well.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
Dragic kicks to Whiteside. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Williams against Wade. Inside. Here's Harrell. Johnson with the defensive effort.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Winslow kicks to Wade. Over Williams. The shot by Wade, no good.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
The Heat leading by 8. Johnson goes in. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Steve, you've gone the broadcasting route, but we've seen a lot of former players becoming head coaches lately. Who else do you think could become a coach someday? Current players that you're watching.
I think Chris Paul, I think Stephen Curry, a lot of guys. LeBron James for sure, Dwayne Wade. I think Draymond Green will be somewhat like a Stan Van Gundy, Tom Thibodeau, just yelling and screaming. And
I like
but
that.
Those are some of the names.
Yes. And he makes the first. Well, you knew with all the potential free agents with the Clippers last offseason, they could look different this year. And you can't avoid change, as we all know, in the NBA.
You're so right, Kevin. A very different team makeup now for the Clippers. Hard to replace a player like Chris Paul. We'll see what this new look roster can do.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Rivers checked in. Both good from the line that time. And Doc Rivers, Steve, a coach who has one of the rare distinctions of being traded from one team to another. This, of course, happened when the Celtics traded him to the Los Angeles Clippers.
I mean, Kevin, this was so odd. Doc Rivers was worth a first-round draft pick in the 2015 draft for the Clippers. Rivers asked to be moved as he didn't want to go through the rebuilding process what the Celtics had in front of them.
And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for the Heat.
And their offense centered around the three-point shot. That was the guiding principle on every trip. Their first goal was finding an open look beyond the arc, getting that extra point every chance they could.
Clippers trail by 10. Williams passes to Teodosic. Picked by Harrell. Back to Williams. 5 on the clock. Marjanovic with a screen for Williams. Again, the miss by Williams. Miami leading by 10. Wade outside. Trying his luck deep. And that one is off. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Feeds to Rivers, wide open, and he gets the bucket. Rivers has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Los Angeles. Outside Dragic. He dishes it to Whiteside. Dragic left side. Three-pointer, Wade. The rebound by Marjanovic. Clippers trail by 8. Williams for 3, and the 3-ball is good. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
Smooth shooting motion from distance. Williams making it look easy.
Winslow kicks to Wade. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Rivers with it. Now guarded by Winslow. Here's Marjanovic. And it's blocked by Whiteside. And he recovers it.
And here are the numbers for Dragic. His last 10 games, averaging about 16 points, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And Greg, you hear about the competitive culture that this Miami Heat franchise has.
Yeah, and that doesn't always work for some teams, but it works for the Heat. This group will push each other all the time to be the best they can be. The practices have a feel of game-level intensity.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
The Clippers with another early playoff exit last season. You still have to like the core of this team. Window might be closing, but they're always competitive.
Really, that's his specialty right there, finding that angle and then going hard to the rim.
Pass to Harrell. Clippers moving the ball around. Pass to Teodosic. Picked by Harrell. Takes the 3. Teodosic, no good. And Steve, tough to lose Chris Paul, but what do you like with this new roster in Los Angeles with the Clippers?
Well, Kevin, they did sign Danilo Gallinari. That gives them some size and shooting on the perimeter. They added depth in the backcourt without Chris Paul. They added Patrick Beverly and others. They'll look to do it by committee.
The Heat leading by 7. Wade kicks to Johnson. Back to Wade. Shot left block, and it goes down 2 points. Wade's got his second basket of the night.
And for a player 6'4" to finish the way he does inside, D. Wade is something special.
Outside Williams to the paint. And that one's good. Marjanovic has got his first 2 points.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Wade outside. Johnson sends the screen for Wade. Ellington kicks to Winslow. There's the feed to Johnson. Rebound by the Clippers.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Clippers trail by 7. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it.
And they've got to get their heads into this game. They're giving the ball away far too easily. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Wade outside to the inside. It's stolen by Marjanovic. On the wing, Williams. Over Ellington. And that does it for the first quarter. Heat lead by 7. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And one of our game's most explosive dunkers, DeAndre Jordan, tells us what it feels like to be DeAndre Jordan.
And you jump 20 feet in the air, it's like you're flying for a quick second. And then I've learned that how good the dunk was on the reaction of my teammates.
And for a guy like DeAndre, and a guy of DeAndre's size, guys, it's hard to believe how fluid he is in the air.
He's got some body torque into those jams, and just all around, he seems to improve his game every year.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. We've got Rivers. Teodosic out there with Williams. Then it's Montrezl Harrell, and it's Marjanovic in at the center position. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Miami's Eric Spoelstra is known for his focus and his devotion to work. How does he stay centered? Yoga. He said, I like it because you have to keep your eyes on your own mat. If you're not focused on the spot in front of you, you'll fall over. And Kevin, that mindfulness translates across the board.
Mindfulness. That's an interesting way to look at things, D.A. Spo is a great communicator. Knows how to certainly get through to his team. And it's Harrell missing.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Rivers. That shot off, and Miami the other way now. Last time they came together was in Los Angeles, where they fell to the Clippers.
Yeah, and looking back at their last game against this club, they were badly out-rebounded.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Now that we have a moment, let's take a peek at the teams that are leading the league in blocks. In fourth, the Heat.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
That free throw, no good. Smitty, you call college basketball games as well. We know you had a terrific career in East Lansing with Michigan State. We're starting to hear from some players, Ben Simmons for one, critiquing the college basketball system for the financial setup and the stringent eligibility rules. Do you give any credence to these complaints? Is the kid right? What changes you think might be made? It's a loaded question with a lot of answer, I'm sure, to it. but it's certainly on the tip of a lot of people's tongue right now.
And I think it should be. You've had some coaches coming out and saying there's some kind of way to be able to change this system and be able to benefit some of these players. I look at it some way, Kevin, where there's some kind of way you have an insurance policy for these guys, or some kind of way that they'll be able to finish their degree, even go on to finish their master's degree as long as they want from any college, not just the college they came from. And I also think some kind of way there should be some kind of financial stipend for these guys.
And good that time. Wade's got the lead up to 11 now for Miami.
You know, he's never been one to settle. D. Wade will go right at you.
And let's see the stat sheet here on DeAndre Jordan. He's been dominant over the last month. 3rd in rebounding, 5th in blocks, and also his field goal percentage is up in the top 5. Tremendously efficient at finishing plays at the basket.
And as you said, one of the league's top 3 rebounders. He has an instinct for how the shot's going to come off that rim. That's special. And the want to corral it. That's good from Harris. Olynyk, he's checked in for the Heat. Dion Waiters comes in for Dwayne Wade. And the Clippers with a change here too. Gallinari, he's checked in for Rivers. And Harris drops them both.
It's a luxury to have a big man who can shoot free throws this way.
Bradley against Waiters. Kicks it out to Richardson. And again, Miami with the triple.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east. Already we are in December. Take a look at the Cavaliers, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And checking out Miami, they're much further down in the standings right now.
And you know, for the Heat, they're in the mix for a playoff spot, which is definitely a positive. But I'm sure they'd like to have had their hands around that spot a little tighter than they do.
I agree. They're not going to be able to coast. They're going to have to battle their way into the postseason. But maybe they'll toughen up by the time the playoffs arrive.
For Los Angeles, they have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
Two shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Heat leading by 10. Kicks to Ellington. Passes it to Waiters. Shoots over Bradley. And it's Waiters again missing.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
Here's Richardson following the score by Avery Bradley. Dishes to Olynyk. That 3 off the mark. Clippers trail by 8. And there's the pass to Beverly. Got a piece of it. In transition, here comes Miami. Here's Ellington. Pass to Adebayo. Over Jordan. Miami no good on that time either. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Bradley, no one around him. And the 3 off target. Waiters dishes to Olynyk. And the shot goes in. Olynyk's got 5 now.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Gallinari with it. He's coming off a 22-point game against Washington.
Also, you have to mention the rebounding, another area where he excelled.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Whiteside's checked in for Adebayo, and it's Dragic in for Wayne Ellington. Now here's Dragic looking for his first basket still in this one. Over Beverly. No good from Dragic.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Here is Harris. 8 points for him.
And you know, normally when you look at a guy like Whiteside with the and this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's Beverly after the Heat pick up 2. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And you know, last season it seemed like it was a strong return to form for Goran Dragic. Was able to be more ball dominant when he was on the floor. And that style seems to work to his advantage. And he just seemed more comfortable in his role with this team.
And the first one drops. And Greg, with Dragic in his statistical resurgence for several seasons, he had been sharing playmaking duties with guys like Wade and Bledsoe.
And as great as those players are, Dragic is best when he's the lead guard. Seems to be best paired with a shooter. A player's mentality can change when he is or isn't the primary ball handler, and that's been the case with Dragic.
Steve, you were such a great shooter over the course of your terrific career. Is that something that just came naturally to you? Was it learning the right technique early on, or was it just repetition?
You know, Kevin, started off in high school. I was a big George Gervin fan, so I had my elbows out trying to shoot like him. Got to Michigan State, and Judd Heathcote had his little ruler making my elbow get in. And he had this thing called ready shoot. I did that over and over and over. So I would say, naturally, I was pretty good, but it was repetition and a guy like Judd Heathcote making me a good shooter into a better shooter. And then plus, I played with Tim Duncan and David Robinson one year. You're talking about wide open looks. I led the league in three-point shooting because of those guys.
First free throw is good. Well, and each player has their strengths and their weaknesses, Smitty. When you played, what did you feel was your greatest strength as a player, and maybe the one area that held you back a little bit?
I think basketball IQ, being able to shoot the basketball, versatility. And then I think the one thing that held me back, I wish I was more athletic. I really wish I could jump, Kevin, high like a lot of these guys, because I think that gives you an advantage if you have both the IQ, the versatility, and athleticism.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the Clippers call time here.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
And as of late, they have not looked good at all. Actually, they've been dominated.
And the worst part, they're starting to get down on themselves. Really need that one big play to spark some life back into them.
Now, here's Beverly. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
And that is why DeAndre is such a high percentage shooter. Wow!
Waiters against Bradley. And stolen by Jordan. Bradley drives in, battles through traffic and lays it in. Bradley's got his third bucket of the night. Miami leading by 12. Dragic kicks to Olynyk. Dragic the pass to Waiters. And it's off from three-point range.
He is really forcing things now. Doesn't have to do it because his teammates are picking up the slack.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Difficult to stop inside. Harris with the excellent feel and touch around the basket.
Heat have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. It's Dragic with the drive. Misses from short range.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Harris. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Harris has got it back down to within single digits for the Clippers. Here's Waiters. He's been producing a fair amount of offense night in and night out as he's averaging 14 points a game.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset. And tonight, he just hasn't been efficient offensively. That's a big reason why they're behind.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now, here's Beverly. Here's the screen. It's Bradley on the wing. He's guarded by Waiters. Here's Harris. Harris missing again. Miami leading by 10. Olynyk can't hit. Richardson against Gallinari from 12 feet out. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Dragic against Beverly. Here's Waiters. That one's in. Only his fourth make against 9 total shots.
His temperature is rising. I mean, it is rising.
Clippers trail by 12. Jordan the screen. Bradley against Waiters. Bradley with another miss. Miami's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And Waiters, here we go. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
LA's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And Beverly kicks to Harris. The baseline J. And Whiteside sends it back. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. The Heat making a switch here. Winslow's checked in. Lou Williams is checked in for the Clippers. Teodosic comes in for Patrick Beverly. Six to shoot. Winslow against Gallinari. Shoots over Winslow, and it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Winslow setting the pick for Dragic. Waiters dishes to Whiteside. Good ball movement here by Miami. Olynyk can't hit.
Rough start to this game. Hits one bucket in the first and nothing here in the second.
Dragic the pass to Whiteside. He kicks to Olynyk. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Olynyk's got 6 in the quarter.
I love the compact stroke there for Olynyk.
And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. A different look for Miami. Johnson, he's checked in for Olynyk. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Dion Waiters. The Clippers also making some changes. Marjanovic checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Harris. And it's Rivers in for Gallinari. On defense, Miami. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. 2 open that time, made it look too easy. Rivers has got 5 now.
This is what these perimeter plays are designed to produce. Quality looks for spot-on shooters.
Wade kicks to Winslow. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Marjanovic, a screen on Wade. Here's Williams, and he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Williams has got his second basket of the night.
Not to be denied, you see the defender closing out. Williams pays him no mind.
They set the pick. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, Greg, Justice Winslow had a year that he'd like to forget, his second season in the NBA. Only played in the 18 games before sitting out the rest of the way after a torn labrum.
And we're just happy to see the young man back out on the floor so that he can continue to develop. Always a fantastic defender. And you forget, still a very young player who can round into a contributor, I believe, on offense.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
That's good from Winslow. Adebayo is checked in for Miami. Ellington comes in for Goran Dragic. He's perfect from the line this time. Clippers trail by 13. In the corner, Marjanovic with it. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Marjanovic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Ellington dishes to Wade. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Marjanovic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Williams. 34 seconds left in the second quarter. Shot clock at 5. Marjanovic with a screen for Williams. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Using the pick to create space, something Lou does exceptionally well.
Miami leading by 8. And here is Ellington. 8 points his last outing. Winslow is screen on Rivers. 5 to shoot. Here's Ellington. Off target at the rim. And we finished one half of basketball. It's the Heat. They lead by 8. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how does the defense you're playing impact your offense?
It just energizes us. We have an ignitable group, and that's how we play. So we have to continue to stay the course and try to keep them off the three-point line as best as we can.
Yeah, those runouts get your guys going. Thanks a lot, Spo. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, y'all. Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Miami did not hesitate to set the pace. An exceptional game plan helped them open with a 12-4 run. By the end of the first quarter, their lead was 7. In quarter number 2, they fought off several attempted rallies and actually pulled further out in front, ending the half up by 8. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, splashing to the basket. Just shoot the high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, the more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, Ernie.
Kenny, what's your take on the Clippers?
Well, they're trailing in this game because they're shooting under 35%. Now, I've got to give a lot of credit to the defense, forcing the shooters off their spots and making them feel uncomfortable. But if someone takes something away from you, you have to be able to adapt. So they need a whole new game plan because right now they're in trouble.
That's it for now as the second half's just about ready to go.
A shot of American Airlines Arena in the lights of Miami, Florida. Welcome back, everyone, to the action here. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. You look at Tobias Harris. He has really been playing well.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there is opens up things for everybody else.
Clippers trail by 8. Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Heat, Olynyk down low with Whiteside. Dragic and Waiters, they're the backcourt. And it's Richardson in at the small forward position. Here's Dragic. Gallinari making his last shot. Dragic the pass to Whiteside. Here's the screen. The dish now to Waiters. Shot clock at 6. Here's Dragic. Good on the shot. And the Heat lead by 8.
And that's how you want to come out of the locker room. He is fired up.
Yes, in the first minute or so, you knock down a couple of shots. You are in rhythm.
Now here's Bradley. Jordan with a screen on Waiters. And it's Bradley off the drive. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And a chance now to review the shot chart for the Clippers.
And when you look at this shot chart, you get a good visual of just how often they are settling for something outside. They have to know that this defense wants them to take those kinds of shots, and they would be a lot better off if they recommit to attacking the basket.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Clock is at 3. No one near him. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
When Beverly concentrates on passing, he makes his team better. Superb at getting passes over to his guys.
Dragic kicks to Waiters. He feeds it to Richardson. Here's Dragic from outside. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got his 4th rebound in this one. And Gallinari kicks to Harris. They get the rebound from the arc. And with that, the Heat lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Gallinari.
And that's 3 out of 4 now coming out of the break. The offense playing with a purpose.
Dragic dishes to Olynyk. Back to Dragic. Whiteside sets the pick for Dragic. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Clippers trail by 3 over Richardson. And it's Gallinari missing.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
What I love is he takes the right angle, affects the shot without fouling.
Now here's Richardson. 8 points for him. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Beverly, the pass to Jordan. Feeds to Harris. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
An all-around handful to deal with. Tobias with the strong move for the potential +1.
He's gone 6 of 6 from the free throw line. That's good from Harris. Here's Waiters. He's been producing a fair amount of offense night in and night out as he's averaging 14 points a game. He dishes it to Richardson. Pass to Olynyk to the wing on the left. Here's Dragic. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. These players have been vacuums on the boards recently, leading the league in rebounding the past month. Second is Hassan Whiteside. DeAndre Jordan third.
What a rebounding show these two have put on. That's exactly the kind of effort you like to see from your bigs.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
And that one falls for Dragic.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
Both free throws good from Dragic. Clippers trail by 4. Jordan the screen. Bradley kicks to Harris. Off the screen. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Harris has got 5 points in the quarter.
Because of his versatility, Tobias Harris can score in a number of ways, and tonight it's been in volume.
For 3, Olynyk. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And this is where we're going in the NBA right now. Stretch bigs.
And Beverly kicks to Harris. They set the pick. Bradley sets the pick for Harris. 5 on the clock. Goes back up. Jordan kicks to Beverly. Lobs it up for Jordan.
Can't let DeAndre get loose near the rim. He's very good at tracking down those rebounds.
Here's Whiteside on the jam by Whiteside. Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 14 rebounds.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Dragic dishes to Waiters. And the shot is good. Waiters got 10 points.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Outside Bradley. Jordan the screen. Bradley passes to Jordan. Great look, but off the mark.
Lazy defense against a good score. Turns out not to matter.
Hey, Greg, when you look at all the dunks that DeAndre Jordan has on his resume, it's pretty impressive.
And Jordan, I feel, is even underrated with his dunking ability. Very agile. You can see that in warm-ups as well as the dunk contest. His unmatched power when attacking the rim, really unprecedented. He may be the best athlete in the league.
Their offense has been great here.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Back to Dragic. And there's the feed to Olynyk. Over Harris. Olynyk can't hit. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Gallinari. Good. And Harris gets the assist. That's 7 points for Gallinari.
The slashing ability of Gallinari. They like to put the ball in his hands and let him go to work.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. A different look for the Clippers.
And looking now at some numbers for Winslow. How last month turned out for him. He's right around 5 points a night, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. And for him, it's all about getting better each time he takes the floor.
Also, he needs to avoid distractions on the court and off the court. Just focus on the job at hand.
Wade can't hit.
How does he miss that layup? He's too good to be doing that.
Here's Williams. Some solid defense from Johnson. Miami leading by 4. Here's Ellington. They get the rebound. Pass to Adebayo. Wade outside. Johnson sets the screen for Wade. Ellington kicks to Winslow. The three from Johnson knocks down the three ball. Johnson's got 6. Clippers trail by 7. Kicks it to Rivers. Marjanovic, a screen on Winslow. Rivers passes to Marjanovic. Stolen by Winslow. In transition, here comes Miami. Ellington leading the charge. Tries again. And another basket for Miami.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Outside Williams. Marjanovic with a screen for Williams. Here's the teardrop. And here we go. Fast break. Ellington's got the ball. And he lays that one in. 9 points in the game so far. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Williams kicks to Marjanovic. Rivers against Winslow. Stolen by Winslow. Here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
Quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
Now here's Rivers. 5 points in the game. That's tipped. They get it back.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Now Wade. 6 points for him. In the corner, it's Ellington. Lock at 6. The pass to Adebayo. Rebound by the Clippers. Marjanovic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Williams from outside gets it to go from beyond the arc. Williams has got 11.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Wade with it. Dishes it to Winslow. There's a screen. Pass to Wade. Looking to get back on track here. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And you look at all the accomplishments, all the great moments from Wade's career. No doubt he is going to the Hall as soon as he's eligible. One of the greatest 2 guards to ever play.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Wade. And it's shocking when you look at the numbers that Wade has had over the years. He never won an MVP award. Certainly, Greg played like an MVP in some of his seasons.
But the rest of the accolades are there for D. Wade. All the trips to the All-Star game, the first team, all defense, the all-NBA teams. But most important to him and his legacy are the 3 NBA titles.
He doesn't get the second one.
There have been seasons where Wade has averaged over 10 free throws a game. He knows how to get to the line.
Teodosic, the pass to Rivers. Harrell setting the pick for Rivers. To the middle. Johnson with the block.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
3-pointer Ellington. Offensive rebound. A second chance effort. And there's the nice layup by Johnson. Johnson's got 10 points in the game.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Rivers. He has 5. Basket good. Rivers has got his 3rd basket of the night.
The floater is one of Rivers' go-to moves. His touch is so nice and delicate inside the paint.
The dish now to Ellington. Second chance shot. Wade on the wing. He has 7. 1:41 left to play here in the third. On the wing, Winslow. Another shot. And he banks in the layup. And the Heat lead by 13.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Rivers passes to Teodosic. He kicks it to Harrell. With the floater, Marjanovic, and he drops it in from the low post. He's got 8.
His teammate was wide open there. Definitely the right choice to pass it out and let him take the shot.
Wade outside. He feeds it to Ellington. He dishes it to Winslow. Good ball movement here by the Heat. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Winslow's got 4 this quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
Now here's Rivers. He's got 7. The kick out to Williams. Off target from three-point range.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Back to Wade. Johnson at the elbow. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 3 assists now in this one. There's a screen by Marjanovic. Rivers. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Heat lead by 15. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And now we take a look back to Doc Rivers talking to his team from his huddle.
Hey guys, I told you, 1 bucket at a time, all right? 1 bucket at a time and extra passes. Extra passes. Let's go, baby.
Doc Rivers keeping his guys focused on the moment, trying to maximize the results of each possession.
Yeah, and there's no value in getting too far ahead of yourself. Just run the offense the way it was designed and just look for good shots each possession.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Williams. Gallinari is out there with Harrell. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5 down low. Now here's Rivers. Justice Winslow missing his last shot. Williams can't hit. The Heat leading by 15. On the wing, Ellington. He's guarded by Rivers. Here's Wade. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Williams dishes to Rivers. And stolen by Ellington. And here we go. Fast break. Wade's got it. Johnson's shot is off.
And a little frustration now, missing on the catch and flush.
You know, because it's all about timing. Just unable to connect. One of those plays you really want back.
There's Winslow. Johnson left side. Adebayo passes to Wade. Feeds it to Johnson. Second chance shot. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
You have to give credit to the defenses. Protecting the rim, closing out hard. This one's been a grind.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Whiteside's checked in for Adebayo. Josh Richardson comes in for Justice Winslow. Waiters, he's checked in for Wayne Ellington. And it's Dragic in for Dwayne Wade. Free throw no good for Johnson. Clippers trail by 17. Here's Bradley. It's deflected. Beverly against Dragic. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. And the Heat lead by 19.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And the shot goes down. Gallinari's got 9 points now in just the second half.
See, in this half, I feel like he's a much different shooter. Calm, focused, and letting things come to him.
Right side a screen. Here's Waiters. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the Clippers call time here.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Miami. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Bradley against Waiters. Bradley can't get it to go. The Heat leading by 19. Waiters on the wing, guarded by Bradley. Gallinari against Richardson. Gallinari attacking. And Beverly kicks to Harris. Shoots over Olynyk. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Heat have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. From 12 feet out. Again, the Heat good for 2.
And he is pouring it on here offensively. Olynyk looks to be warmed up.
Clippers trail by 21. And Beverly kicks to Harris. Pass to Bradley. Now the feed to Beverly. Jordan the screen. 6 on the shot clock. Got a hand on it. Oh, Whiteside in position. And the jam by Whiteside.
And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
You know, it's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
Now here's Beverly. Passes it to Bradley. There's a screen. Kicks it to Gallinari. Sinks the triple.
He'll do this to you all day. Gallinari working off the ball, getting the look he wants.
Right side a screen. Olynyk a screen on Beverly. Here's Dragic. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
He's a little uncomfortable in that in-between area, and the defense plays him that way.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Miami leading by 20. In the corner, it's Whiteside. Back to Dragic. And the demands of NBA basketball, no secret. The league has taken measures, Steve, to allow players more time for rest, which is good, and more time for recovery, which is better. Less back-to-backs. Do you think more can be done and should be done in those areas?
You know, I know the league is looking at it. The less back-to-backs is fantastic, and I think they're looking at the travel and the recovery. So as more and more they can limit back-to-backs, I think that helps guys recover. I think guys get a chance to be ready to go, because playing a back-to-back is extremely hard. And I think guys on their own are doing a lot to be able to take care of their bodies in the off-season. So I think both players and league are doing a fantastic job.
Now here's Waiters. Following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. Here's Whiteside, and it's blocked by Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan is a force on defense. Tough to finish when he's lurking.
Lobs it up for Jordan. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Outside, Dragic takes the 3. Gallinari with the rebound.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
There's the pass to Beverly. And here's Harris from the arc. Harris missing again.
He's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not to be.
Here's Waiters. And that one comes up a bit short. Clippers trail by 20. Outside Bradley. And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That is his first foul of the game. Beverly against Dragic. Dishes it to Waiters. Kicks it out to Richardson. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. 4-on-3 break. Top of the key, Harris. Gallinari against Richardson. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
And for DeAndre Jordan, he doesn't do a lot of things on the floor, but what he does do, he does extremely well, in my opinion. One of the best dunkers and finishers inside. He's also a fantastic rebounder on both ends.
And the first one drops. And with Jordan, it's not a knock to say he doesn't do too much. You know, Steve, he knows exactly what he's got to do and how to execute it. He's very much a classic center.
Yeah, he is. He's a throwback center, and he stays within himself. But what he does at an elite level is rim protection, rebounding, and finishing.
He hits both from the stripe.
DeAndre Jordan is just a physical specimen, an incredible defender and shot blocker, as well as a fearless and intimidating dunker.
And Waiters kicks to Olynyk. Outside Dragic. To stop the drought. From deep, Richardson. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his fifth make on 9 shots from the floor.
Great change of direction. He showed the defense that he was taking the look and instead found his teammate for an even better one.
Jordan the screen. And it's Harris off the drive. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
And Whiteside stays right with it.
And guys, the offensive rebounding really has stood out here this half. All those second chance points are helping them maintain that lead.
Here's Beverly. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket. That's good from Gallinari on the assist by Beverly. Gallinari's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
Dragic kicks to Olynyk. Pass to Waiters. The dish to Whiteside. Screen by Olynyk. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Got that bucket in no time at all.
Unselfish play by Gallinari, a natural-born scorer, showing a willingness to facilitate.
Beverly against Dragic. Olynyk has the open look, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Dragic has got 6 assists here tonight. Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Jordan sets the pick for Beverly. They set the screen. And Gallinari kicks to Harris. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Tough to cut into a lead when you can't make shots. He's been off all period.
Here's Dragic, and sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wentz.
Well, this is where he shows both skill and body control along with the attack mindset.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
And that one misses. And the initial rules for the NBA include that 6 personal fouls is the magic number before you're done for the game. It's been this way since, who can remember? But do you think 6 is the right number, Steve, for fouls? Or would you like to see them raise or lower it?
I definitely wouldn't want to see them raise it. I think 7 will be too much. Maybe if they lower it, that's a possibility. But right now, I think it's 6. Maybe 5, or maybe you can experiment during some preseason games or in summer league. But I think 6 should be the maximum.
Clippers with the ball after the Heat pick up 2. The offensive rebound doesn't go for him. Here's Richardson. He kicks it to Waiters. Back to Richardson. Looking for Waiters and gets it there. Down low. Here's Whiteside. And it's blocked by Jordan. Here's Bradley. And too long on the shot.
The thing is, you want to do everything you can to help your team. And sometimes you just try to do too much.
Whiteside a screen. It's Dragic with the drive and the jam by Whiteside.
And he's just always an easy target on the alley-oop. With Whiteside's size and wingspan, it's just a matter of putting the ball up there where only he can go get it.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. And slam dunk by Harris.
What a play there. The hoop plus the harm.
Well, in the last half-decade or so, the NBA, Steve, has realized the true value of the corner 3, and now offenses all over the league are designed to take advantage of it. Part of that is because it's just closer to the rim than any other three-pointer.
Yeah, you're right, and you should. I mean, when you have a three-point arc, yes, the corner threes are going to be shorter, and it's harder from a guy to shoot it from straight on. But when you have a guy that can shoot it straight on, you can see the dynamics of a team defensively. It's hard to cover. But I don't think the NBA should widen the court because of the value of the corner 3. That's a part of the game.
Should the lane be widened? We talk about the court and making all the threes the same length. What about the lane?
Well, I think you can widen the lane if you change the defensive rules, because right now you're allowed to play zone. If you went back to man-to-man, yes, I think you should widen it. But teams are allowed to play zone. I think the value of keeping it the same helps the defense a little bit more.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Heat.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep. And that has to be a relief.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Hassan Whiteside.
When it comes to protecting the rim, there are numerous ways to do that. The most excited of those, just send shots back. And that's what he did tonight in volume.
Now here's Rivers. 29 seconds left to play here in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. Harris, right side, drops it in from 11 feet.
And defensively, you have to close out fast on Harris in that in-between area.
The Heat on offense, and Miami can just let the clock run down here. Johnson dishes to Olynyk. Back to Johnson. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Warren. A pretty good performance you put on tonight in front of the fans.
Yeah, great win for us, for our fans. They were amazing. This kind of games is really enjoying to play. And we are hustling on every play, defense and offense. And, you know, I'm really happy that we won that game.
Yeah, I know that's what you thought it would be like when you got here, and it was like that tonight. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.